Hey guys, it's Rena. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been filming a lot today, so if you're getting tired of this makeup, I apologize. I'm actually quite digging it. I haven't been able to do fun makeup in a long time because of school and just being sick and everything, so I'm having fun with this. But today is not about this look. It is about the Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette in Junkie. I did a first impression / swatch video a little bit ago, and I've had this palette about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, so I finally had some time to really use it, get to know the colors, and be able to come back and tell you guys what I thought about it. So just to refresh on some things, the palette is $35 and each little well of product has 0.7 grams or 0.02 ounces in it. Altogether, all 12 little pans of lipstick at that amount each equals to be about 2 full-size Vice lipsticks. So a full-size Vice lipstick looks like this. It has kind of this gunmetal pewter color on the outside with a gold finishing on the bottom. You open it up and it looks like this. This one, just for reference, is Conspiracy. This is one that's actually in the blackmail version of this palette, so there you go. This is how big a full size is. It looks like this. Yeah, so the full palette for $35 is the same amount of product you're actually getting if you buy 2 full-size lipsticks. So product and is it worth it? I think so, because I think it actually makes sense. You're not overpaying. You know, you're actually paying just about exactly what you would for the amount of product you're getting. So I know some people have an issue with that, where they're saying, well, it's not really like a good value because you're not really getting more than what you normally would. But I think it is, just on the basis that you're getting to try a lot for the same price as buying 2 full size. But that's just my preference. I know some people who might want a more curated collection would rather just buy 2 lipsticks they know they're going to use for the same price, you know? It's all very subjective. So, the packaging, just in case you didn't watch the first video, is very prone to picking up fingerprints, and it's mirrored. So you're going to see this mug twice now, because it's, there I am, there we go. Yeah, this is engraved into the actual palette, but yeah, fingerprints galore. The back is gold, so I do quite like how it mirrors the color scheme of a full-size lipstick. Very nice. I said that it's a little hard to open in the first one. It's not too hard if you wedge your fingernails under the little ledge. Otherwise, you're going to have an issue, but if you put your fingernails under it, you should be good. Nice full-size mirror that I hopefully won't kill you guys with. And then right above the lipsticks is this nice little cover that says "Lipstick is my vice." Really appreciate that this is here because it protects the shadows from getting, you know, if you have it with the rest of your makeup, it'll protect them from getting powder on them. And if you're carrying it with you in your purse, it'll just add that extra layer of protection. I haven't used it this way, but I mentioned it in my first video. I think you could probably use this as a palette to mix colors together. Haven't tried it. I know I'd be lazy and wouldn't want to clean it, so I haven't done it yet. Yeah, but you get 12 lipsticks in here. Very nice range, I think, from like neutral colors to more fun colors. Something for everybody. If you do like more neutral wearable colors, the Blackmail palette I think is a fantastic option. It's available on Urban Decay's website and Ulta. This one is a Sephora exclusive. So many of the shadows in here are shadows. I want to say shadows all the time because I'm such a palette junkie. Many of the lipsticks in here are actually Sephora exclusives. I know for sure that Junkie is. I think Carnal is as well. There's quite a few in here that are, and then there's some that are in the regular range, like 714, Big Bang, and I think Firebird are like ones that overlap into the ones available at Ulta and other retailers. So you get a nice amount of exclusivity in here, while also including things that are available elsewhere. You also get a wide range of finishes, and like I promised in the first video, I have written down every single official finish of the lipsticks on a piece of paper, so if I look over here, that would be why. So I'm just going to list off the names. I will get into swatches and let you guys know if I've worn the color, how it felt and wore. The first one here is Disturbed, and this is a comfort matte. It's kind of like a burgundy-ish color. I really quite like this color. It's a beautiful kind of wine deep berry shade. If you layer it up, it could look almost black, but that's if you really took the time to layer it. It felt very comfortable on my lips. It wasn't too drying, even though it is a matte, but that's because it's that comfort matte formula. It's made to be a little more comfortable and less drying on the lips. The next one here is 714. I haven't actually worn it out of this palette because I own it in a full size. And when I get to the swatches, I'm going to swatch it against the full size that I have just to see if there's any discrepancy in color. This one is also a matte, but it's a mega matte formula, so it's extra matte. For someone like me with dry lips, I was really concerned about this at first, but this formula is beautiful and it wears very nicely. The first time I ever wore 714, I wore it to class and I came home and ate spaghetti, and it literally lasted like through the spaghetti, which never happens for a non-liquid lipstick. I was very impressed. The next one here is Carnal, and Carnal is a comfort matte, so it's the same formula as Disturbed. It's very comfortable. This one in particular feels less like a matte, like more like a cream when you apply it at first, but as you wear it, it dries down. Of course, not completely. It's not a liquid to matte, you know, but it does kind of get that drier, powderier feeling, and it doesn't transfer as much. I love Carnal. It's beautiful. At first I thought it was too brown, and then when I actually wore it, I fell in love with it. It's great for simple makeup days. Next one here is Safe Word, and Safe Word is a comfort matte as well. So same formula as Carnal, which makes it really nice to mix these two. So if Carnal is too brown for you, Safe Word is a nice one to mix in. And I honestly haven't worn Safe Word on its own because it's a little too light for me, but it works nicely to mix. Next one here is Studded, and this is a pearlized finish, also metallized. I'm not sure what the formal, I guess, name for it would be. It's either pearlized or metallized. This is a sheer lipstick, but that's very typical of the metallized formula. It's kind of like a brownish gray with lots of shimmer. I think it would look nice on its own, but it would be a really nice topper. This one is Whip, and Whip is also a pearlized metallized one. I've only used this on top of Carnal over here for a nice little bit of shimmer, and it worked nicely, but it is quite a bit thinner and sheer, so probably not something you're going to wear on its own. You definitely could, but it's not how I would personally wear it. Moving down to the bottom, the first one here is Wrath, and it's also a pearlized metallized. The majority of this palette is pearlized or matte in general, so this one is a red with kind of a golden shimmer, very beautiful, kind of metallic, which I guess is why it's metallized. I haven't worn it for a full day, but I definitely tried it on for a little bit and I liked it a lot. This one is Big Bang. It's a pearlized metallized finish as well. More sheer, but it can be built up, and it's a beautiful Barbie pink with lots of shimmer. The next one here is Firebird, which is a cream lipstick. I have this one in full size as well from the Gwen Stefani collection, and it's one of my absolute favorites from that collection, and in general, it's one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. Beautiful fuchsia cream color with this gorgeous blue pearl. So I really like this one. I think it lasts a long time, and it's actually pretty wearable despite the color kind of being maybe a little scary and intimidating. The next one here is Vanity Kills, which is a mega matte, same formula as 714 up here. So I haven't quite worn this one out and about yet, but I've tried it on in my apartment, you know, just kind of playing around, and it goes on very nicely, nice and opaque, and it feels very, very lovely, not too drying. A little more drying than 714, but I could be making that up. It could have just been the time of day, could have been the fact that my lips were a little less moisturized that day. I love the color though. Next one is Speedball, which is a cream. This wears very nicely. It's a beautiful red toned purple color. Great for the fall for sure. I always say that. I mean, I'd wear this color whenever, but it's great for fall. Really nice color. And the last one here is Junkie, which is a pearlized metallized color. I haven't worn it out and about much, but I wore it over a gray lip liner and it created a beautiful kind of murky green. Junkie is sheer. Because of that pearlized metallized thing, it's a lot more sheer. And for a dark green to be sheer, I think that's kind of awkward. So this is something I think needs a lip liner of some kind. I think a black would look really cool. I just happen to have a gray from ColourPop on hand, so I used that, and I think it worked kind of nice. Overall, I like the color range. I think they're you know, there's something for everyone in this palette. But if you're not going to use the green or purples, I would get the blackmail because a lot of the colors are similar to the shades in that palette. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it, and then I'll get into the brush and functionality. So I'm going to swatch over here. Let's see. Okay. Maybe I should use the brush. What do we think? The brush might be a good way to do this. I'll begin with the brush, and if I have to switch to fingers, I will, because, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into Disturbed. The deep kind of reddish color here. Really beautiful. Can be layered. It goes on very opaque. Next one is going to be 714, which, let me get my full size out as well. There it is from the palette. Really great, gorgeous matte. Here's my full size. Let's see. I can't really see too much of a difference there. The full size looks a little brighter, but, you know, I don't think there's much of a noticeable difference. Next one is Carnal, and this one is a very nice brown nude. Quite nice. I like this one a lot. Next is Safe Word, which is kind of like Carnal but lighter. And next we have Studded, which is one of the pearlized ones, kind of a gray brown shimmery shade. You can really see that shimmer. Next is Whip, which I've used actually a lot of now that I'm looking into the pan. And it's just a sheer kind of shimmery topper shade. Wrath is next. It's another one of those pearlized ones that I was talking about, and hopefully you can see the gorgeous metallic quality it has. Very beautiful red. Alright, next is Big Bang, which is this super shimmery pink. Yeah, you can really see the shimmer in this one. Really sheer at first, but I think you can really layer it. It's a beautiful shade. And then Firebird is gorgeous. This one lasts a long time, and it does fade quite gracefully. I do have the full size of that one, so let me go ahead and give it a swatch. They look pretty similar. I don't think there's much of a difference between the original and the palette one. Palette one's here, original's there. Looks pretty close. Okay, so Vanity Kills. It feels drier even in the swatch, but there it is. Gorgeous kind of pastel lavender shade. Next is Speedball. This one's so pretty and so moisturizing. I love this one. And last but not least is the namesake of the palette, Junkie. You can kind of see how it's a little bit sheer, but it does look really nice layered over things. Okay, so moving on from swatches. The brush is really nice. Once you use it a little bit, it breaks in. At first, it's very stiff. But once you start using it with the different colors, washing it in between, it starts to break down, and it's very comfortable to apply. It's retractable, so that's really convenient. I haven't tried it yet, but I mentioned that you could probably load up the brush with whatever color you're wearing and just retract it and keep it in your purse. It works really nicely, and you can see, I didn't even notice till now, but there's a little stopper there, so like you're not going to get product all over your purse. And I like the design. I think it's really pretty, and it fits the whole gold and gunmetal theme. So, in terms of functionality, I think I was right initially when I thought I wasn't going to buy this. I think it's a fantastic palette. I think these colors are great. Urban Decay colors or lipsticks last a long time on my lips without touch-ups. They fade gracefully, so you don't feel like, even if it's 5 hours later, you don't feel like, oh my god, I have to touch it up. It must look terrible. Not usually. However, I haven't been reaching for it as much as I thought. When I have days where I'm going to school, I've been reaching for something that I can quickly throw in my purse. Not this. I haven't been packing it because it's so bulky, and I usually have my laptop, a couple books, a couple binders, you know, my huge wallet, a bunch of stuff, all in my backpack or whatever bag I'm taking that day, and I just can't afford the space. The days that I've put it on at home before class, it's worn fine and I didn't need to touch up. But God forbid I did. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. So this is definitely something, if you want to try out new colors, if you want to try out the Vice formula, I think it's worth it. I think it's a great holiday set. I think it's a good gift. Definitely, especially for someone who might be younger and may not have a lot of makeup or a lot of lipstick. Maybe the blackmail one would be better to give to someone like that, unless they really are into like alternative aesthetic, and maybe the purples would be totally their thing. I just don't know. I like it, but I haven't been bringing it with me. So I don't know. Like I definitely like the colors, and a lot of them are good enough to be able to just put on once and then not have to touch it up. But you never know. You know what I mean? You never know when a friend's gonna be like, hey, let's go get this for lunch, and like your mouth's all like, your lipstick's all over the place suddenly. That happened to me when I was wearing Disturbed. My fiance and I decided to go get barbecue. So I got a barbecue pulled pork sandwich, and like suddenly even the best lipsticks, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, kind of jumbled thoughts, but the colors are great. The formula is fantastic. The value is there, I think, if you want to try different colors. However, it's just not necessarily the most practical. If you like lipstick palettes, if that's your jam, this is great. And you get the brush with it, awesome. If you're more of a grab and go type of person and you want to have that lipstick ready at, a drop of a hat, not your thing, I don't think. So that's just my not quick, I'm looking at the time like, that is definitely not a quick review. What are you saying? That's just my collective thoughts on this after using it for quite a while. Urban Decay has some of my favorite traditional lipstick formula, so I like it in terms of that, but in terms of functionality, it's not really something I'll probably use a lot. I hate to say that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and that this was somewhat informative. Let me know down below if there's a particular color from the palette that you like, or if you have any ideas on how to maybe make this more functional, or I don't know, color combinations, that you think would look cool. Let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon.